YouTube agents. This is the structure is a mess right now, so you don't need to worry about that, because this agent was, well, I had earlier plans for this agent, but that didn't work out, or I changed my mind. So then I repurposed it for Spark, the YouTube. I mean, it was still like a video agent, so that is why I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna let you handle my YouTube. So right now, like, this is the CLAUDE.md file. The CLAUDE.md file is pretty much your root file where you set all your instructions and just like your system prompt, but everything about the agent, the parameters it operates on, and pretty much just giving your agent its soul, just so it knows what it works on, what it's about, and just the little things it, knows about itself. So yeah, this is the CLAUDE.md file that pretty much defines what this agent does. The mission, I don't know what mission is here. So, yeah, document what it builds daily with AI agents, Talksaver and automation workflows. I record, Spark handles everything else. Exactly. The type of agent it is. And your CLAUDE.md file doesn't have to be structured like mine. It could be just like yours too. It doesn't matter. You define what it, it defines what it does in there. The scope. Now the scope can be found under rules, which is under CLAUDE, where the skills that make this agent what it is stays. The rules that governs the agent also lives in your .claude files. As you can see, these are some of the key workflows, which are the skills which we'll go through in a minute. But yeah, you have your daily lever, where it starts at every session, your ideation, where it helps you describe your idea, the script assistance, optimizing, and pretty much post, publish, and pretty much other things as well. So yes, so pretty much the daily lever is pretty much what I run whenever I want to start a new video sequence, and it does everything it needs to do, and then asks me if I want to pull data from one of the idea bank, or if I have something new outside of the bank and want to discuss it and talk about it. So every command or every workflow or every skill handles one stage or step of the YouTube production pipeline. It's not your generic AI tool. It's loaded with almost 19 plus knowledge base files from like a YouTube mastery course. So it knows what it's talking about. It knows what it's saying. So it has it has as much info about YouTube as of today to pretty much create certain functions around the YouTube agent. The mastery course, I think that I have under knowledge. Let me see. yes, this I think are each of the mastery course pretty much that handles everything about YouTube, that helps with the ideates, the script assists, the optimization, the post publish, and everything. Uh, I also have oh yeah, and the knowledge base. Okay, we can see knowledge base, yeah, YouTube strategy. So that's what we just took a look at. It contains 19 curriculum files covering algorithms, ideation, writing, filming, editing, packaging, for the titles, for the thumbnails, distribution, analyzing, scaling, channel strategy, content infrastructure, and many more. But yeah, so all this is used to inform, the skill outputs on what to do and how to do it. So each yeah, I think I've shown you this already. Speaking on algorithms, speaking on analyzing, monitoring metrics, monitoring money metrics, channel strategy, positioning, and setup. But yeah, this is not like a YouTube video. This is more like an AI agent video. But you get the gist. The ideate skill. It tells it's what I built, and yeah, this is the production entry point. When I run this, it knows exactly where I stand and what to do next. Like I said, it would either ask me if I want to use any of the ideas we already have, or if we want to start something clean or something fresh. So the very first process when you start is, it's when the skill is activated, is to, the very first process is to ask Richie, hey, what did you build, or what are you working on? So I let it know, like, hey, this is what I'm working on, or this is the build I'm doing right now. What problem did it solve, any surprising moments, and who we care about this. So these are core questions that helps it process the ideation stage, and with that, it's creates the ideation stage, creates the hooks, understands the concept, gives you like 3 to 5 different concepts with titles, just so you can decide for yourself. It loads the next step after it knows what you want. It loads our knowledge content. It checks the content or the context depending on what we discussed. It reads the channel brief files for reference, reads the Spark playbook for reference, which contains 10 content rules, especially Rook 1, hook or perish. That's so funny. Rule 5, start narrow. Rule 8, ride trending waves. Well, I don't know if I'm riding trending waves or not, but this is what I do, AI agents. And so yeah, that is pretty much what the ideate does for you. Then it generates like 3 to 5 video concepts, gives you different options to pick from, and it checks for the duplication against like the idea bank, just to make sure there's no like overlapping or duplicates found. and from there, it does some bunch of other things. Then when the ideation stage is done, the next skill that will be generated or we need to run will be the script assist skill. What this skill does is simple. It creates a talking point guide for the video concept using the problem, exploration, solution, and lesson framework. So the talking point, first of all, starts by talking about the problem, then our exploration into it, which is what we're doing right now. I think, I don't know, the solution, then the lesson length. So that's pretty much the framework that this skill uses. It creates a talking point guide pretty much, depending on the video concepts that you choose, and uses your style, your build style or your video style to then create the script fully. Then we can see it's trying to identify the concepts, the formats, the target length, and what the key takeaway is. All of this put together, even determining the preparation approach, all of this put together would create the prompts that will be needed using, again, the framework formats that what it was built on top of. When your script is ready, I think the next thing you want to now run, or that the agent will run, is the optimize skill. What the optimize skill does is pretty much straightforward. It's where it now generates optimized title options, SEO descriptions, tags, thumbnail concepts. Now that your script is ready, it's gonna assume that the video is ready at this point, after it's been recorded, and it will take the video topic or whatever you drafted and produce like a optimized packaging with different title options, a YouTube description with timestamp placeholders. All this is still pretty much at its default stage, because the more I create videos, the more I post videos, the more I'm going to refine all of this. So this is just more so a baseline of how I mentally operate at the moment, because you can see my channel right now, I don't really have that much videos in there. So the skill right now we're looking at is the optimize skill, which use different viral elements to also which viral elements like baked into like the title, and just does some combination of for like clickability and all that, whether it's curiosity plus authority, whether it's negativity plus the lists, whether it's time frame plus deep desire, whether it's beginner tips or curiosity, whether it's like an epic or extreme situation or title plus authority. So there are rules around this, so it knows the right elements to use for the right thing. Then it's write an SEO optimized description. It's not 100% perfect, because it's still going to want to take a look at the final draft, so you can like change one or two things. So far it looks good, it works good. We're going to test it out in a minute. Then after you optimize your After the optimize stage, where your draft and all the elements you need for the video is ready, you then have your post publish skill. Now, what the post publish skill does for you is it will log your video metrics, it will analyze the performance and generate a content capture for my content and go-to-market agent. I have another agent who's strictly all about content capture and go-to-market strategy with those contents. Now that I think about it, I think I need to separate those. Well, that was the work for another day. So pretty much, I'm going to give it the metrics. For now, I'm giving it the metrics. I can definitely hook up some API or some workflow or some automation to like help me pull this metrics cadence wise, maybe every 3 days or 3 days, then every week after that. It all depends on how I want to pull this metrics, right? But for now, like I said, this is just the baseline default. So I'm the one, obviously that will manually grab the metrics for now. Yeah, okay, look at that. 24 to 48 hours after publishing, which is like the first 2 to 3 days, you want to like, work with that metrics. Then, or at 7 days for a second pass. Yeah, so a week later, we can now do a second pass metrics just to see, where it has gotten to. Then maybe like 2 weeks time, maybe on that set of metrics, who knows. But I'm going to like think about that when I get there. So yeah, the idea for this is now tracking your video, tracking the video it made for you, creating and providing a brief analysis using the troubleshooting framework, which is what worked, what to improve, comparison, one key takeaway. Pretty much this is the framework that will help with the performance analysis. If the click to rate ratio is above 6%, then okay, your packaging was effective because people wanted to click on it. But if your retention is more than 50, it held attention. So all these are things that your metrics will track, and it will give you brief analysis on what to do better or what to change. So the agent will handle all of this. So now we're going to run this, and just so we see this work live. Don't worry about this. This was just, let me just create a new session. So first things first, we're going to run, and I'm going to run ideate. So right now, this is my screen. This is my files. Usually I idle this, but I think we can leave it on. Let's put this away for now. So right now we're going to start by running the ideate skill. Let me see if I put plugins in here. I don't think I have plugins here yet. Okay, so there's a ranking or hierarchy to this in a way. So you have your skills and you have something you call plugins. I'm going to like talk about that maybe in another video, or maybe if I show you some of my other agents. But you have what you call plugins, which combine different skills. So you have your skills on this level, which follows the guardrails of the rules. Then you have your plugins that follows that you can put all your skills together into that and make it a plugin, so it knows the skill to call and all that. So okay, so back to where I'm running this. So right now I'm going to click on ideate. It's processing, it's thinking, You can see the user invoked the ideate skill. Let me follow the process aligned in the skill definition. First, I need to gather context by asking Richie what he built and load the knowledge context files. Let me start by reading the required knowledge files and the idea bank in parallel. So it did what it needs to do. You know, it went through the files we had there, context loaded, 19 ideas already in the bank, 0 published. I know. So now this is now where it gets interesting, right? Before I generate any concept, I need some inputs from me. It needs some input from me, and it just ran the ideate skill, right? What did you build or work on today? Let me change this to plan mode. What problem did it solve? Any surprising moments? Would you care about this? Who would care about this? Or if you just want a general session, ideation session, not tied to today's build, just tell me what's on your mind and I'll generate concepts from that. So in this case, for example, I could either tell it like, hey, check the idea bank and let's pick out something from there. I could just tell it like, hey, this is what's on my mind. You know, I want to do this and do that. I think I'll just go with the last option, just so because I'm showing like you guys and how the agent works. So let me say, let's say I want a general ideation session because this is a recording which is currently live and I'm trying to show YouTubers how this agent works. So there you go. We have our, yeah, this is terrible prompting, by the way, but just to answer the question, so we see how it works. So I'm going to submit this. I don't even know where it was on before. I'm going to submit this and see what it's going to do next. So right now the agent is, you know, doing its thing. In 1 second you already have your ideas. You know, you could also set it up in a way that you pull ideas from like your comment section, you pull ideas from your competitors, you pull ideas from news feeds, you pull ideas from what's trending. You can pull ideas, you create your own ideas. My ideas usually comes from like my workflows, because I process the session files. The session files are saved somewhere on your PC, so I have a workflow that processes my session files and, you know, pretty much understands and sees what I do. So your idea, you know, ideation can come from anywhere. So right now it says, oh, God says you're live right now, demoing the agent. Let me generate the concepts based on everything I know about your work and write them up. I'm curious as to what it's going to say. I was expecting to just stick to the old, you know, I was expecting for it to go into like my work, or I don't even know what it's going to bring out, but like, let's see. But yeah, it's generating some ideas in its plan mode. So a fresh 5 video concepts on what I am currently building. All up. I can see it's, this is some old still. Let me see. What Richie builds, blah blah blah. Like recording a video, likely number 6 on the YouTube agent meta story. True. And demonstrating the ideate skill for viewers. This this fresh comes. I mean, I already said it in there. So, and I already said at the beginning of the video that all this was created by this. So yeah, obviously I build AI agents, automates workflows across NAN, HubSpot, Make. You can see that in my other videos. My recent work, this I did, well, I did this last year, but last week or over the weekend, towards the end of last week, I kind of opened this up again just to do some, modifications. So maybe that is why it's popped up. I did some OBS overlay system. I did some content capture pipeline work, agent commons architecture. Okay. So it generated 5 concepts just the way it said it was going to. And let's see. The first concept was walk through building the list check tool. Nah, there's no need for this right now, because this is me just pretty much at this point it works. So this, if I do this me pretty much just going there. Well, okay, it's not like I'm even trying to do anything, but I'm just trying to show you how it works, right? So it's, put out 5 different concepts, right? I built an AI lawyer that reads my list in 30 seconds. So it brought out the first concept with titles. It tells you, what content pillar you're working with, the format that works best, title ideas. I really like number 1. This AI found 5 red flags in my list. I almost missed them. I let AI review my apartment list. Here's what it found. That's not a good one. Viewer interest. Everyone who rents or listens docs is immediately relatable. Combines practical utility with a live build. My purple car 4x5, people talk about AI for legal, but nobody's showing the building the tool from scratch in one session. Nerding out plus trending wave, LOL. The second one was my agent writes their own social media posts. As my content capture energy. It extracts signals, whether it's a ship signal, or it's a session where I need to fix something or learn something, or I'm just frustrated, or I'm just happy, Sometimes it knows. And all of this are captured in different ways. These are pretty much signals I've accumulated over time. That pretty much, just puts what I do on my sessions in a framework. Yeah, because when I'm frustrated, it will know. That's when I'm coming at it like, oh, you big piece of AI slop. Yeah, I let it know sometimes. And when I'm happy, when there's a W in the books, I put it out there. Then concept 3 is I fed my AI agent an entire YouTube course. Here is what changed. Again, another nice concept. You know what? I think this is meant to be white or orange at this point. The concept is pretty much to do this, which is to show how like Spark ingested all PDF curriculums and structured them into knowledge files that this agent uses for better titles, for better hooks, grounded in packaging theory, data-backed SEO, before after comparison of outputs. It said nobody is showing knowledge augmented agents with real curriculum integration. This is first of its kind content. Concept 4, my AI agents have memory and it changes everything. Well, don't all AI agents have memory? There's a reason I don't really want to speak much on this, because, well, it's a hot topic in the AI, because I don't want to lead you guys astray. Exactly, more developer focused. So I found a solution that works for me when it comes to memory, context drifting, pretty much all the things AI and AI agents have issues with, that a lot of people are, having issues with. you know I created something that helps my own system that handles all of this properly, well, as for now. So exactly, you must be more developer focused um to even understand more, what this memory thing is about. Like I said, the audience is more developer focused, strong for the builder niche. Right. Then concept 5. I don't know why I'm reading all this out to you guys, because this was just meant to be like an example. But yeah, concept 5, I built 5 OBS overlays with AI, no design skills. Yeah, I just told it what I wanted to do. I gave it the front end design skill, and the agent went ahead to build my overlays. I told it like, hey, go into my OBS, figure out where it is, go set everything up. I didn't, you have access to my PC at this point. You might as well just go find the installation folder and do whatever you think you can do. And it did that, it put it together, and help, put some nice overlays. Simple. I like simplicity. I don't know, on the screen, probably when this video comes out, you see some things on the screen and some overlays. Yeah, that is pretty much what it is. So yeah, it's gives you the 5 concepts based on what you tell it, based on the idea or discussion or whatever you add at the beginning. And at this point, this is where you can now, like, okay, pick one of the options, right? So let's say we're going to pick something like number 3, because it says that is like the highest and strongest purple cow. So let's see what that would do. So right now it's processing the answer, and now that I've picked it, it said, okay, number 1 concept added to the idea bank. 1 concept, not number 1, my bad. Number 1 concept added to the idea bank. My 20th video. I fed my AI agent an entire YouTube course. Here is what's changed. So now it's telling me like, hey, now it's time to script your idea. Let's create some scripts. I'm going to assist you with it. This one, whenever you want to record it. So let's run the script assist command and see what happens. All right. So right now it said, which concept are you scripting? A few likely candidates, number 6, which is what's going on right now. I built a YouTube agent that does everything but record. I already scripted one fresh version. Nah. So I'm going to give it number 20. It also asks if I have any preference of target length and key takeaways. If you do have one, you can also put it in just so it can have more idea on what you're trying to do. Sending this true. And it's reading the file. It's trying to figure out, okay, let's help this guy script something good. So it's going through like my knowledge layer, it's going through the skills layer, it's checking out the rules, everything that brings about a proper, talking point. And it still sends, I think it still sends this to my content agents, just to go, keep it there in the inbox, so that once I go there, I can now like process it and repurpose it for other for other locations. So right now it's updating the bank idea status. So now the talking point has been saved to this folder. Let me see what link it is. Okay, video plans. So it has been saved to the output folder of this agent, because now the video is ready to be recorded. The format, oh yeah, let me open it. The format is a build log, and it's estimated to be 10 to 14 minutes. I don't really, when it comes to numbers and timing, LLMs are not great at that. 3 hook options are ready. It recommends hook A because of proof, and moments to share your screen. I don't know if I really care about all that, but yeah, this is now the talking point it's created. The first hook is, I'm going to show you 2 outputs from the same AI agent. This one with the generic title list was before, and this one probably, you know, 2 side by side, which shows knowledge informed title list, was after I fed it an entire YouTube strategy course. 19 modules on packaging, algorithms, ideation, all of it. The difference is subtle, but let me show you exactly how I did it. So it gives you the hook options. It tells you about the problems, about AI agents are smart but generic, true. They give surface level advice only because they have 0 domain expertise. You tell it that domain, you feed it that domain, you are the domain. So I built a YouTube agent called Spark to handle my channel production, but the raw outputs, you know, it just gives you like talking points. Then still using the framework I gave it, problem exploration. This talks about problem, this talks about exploring, and solution, then the lesson. So as you can see, the YouTube script is ready. All that's left now to do is record. Oh yeah, down the, it also gives you some like you know, things to show. My camera keeps falling off. It also gives you like things to show. Oh, I just realized I'm not even on the screen. So it also gives you like things to show, and running a skill. Okay, screen share moments for each of the problems, frameworks or steps when you get there. Some in the moment codes. I don't know, this should come natural. I don't care about all of this, but dockets. So it pretty much gives you everything you need to put your video together. Some CTAs, which are some call to actions. So that is pretty much how my agents comes together. And oh, can I? Oh yeah, so now we're going to run optimize. So right now, because I ran optimize, it's loading the packaging and algorithm knowledge before generating the full package. I mean, we can tell right now that the gap between I built something and here's a video doesn't really have to be huge, you know. You can just automate most of the production pipeline. I believe that Claude skills are underused. Most people write code with it, but you can build like custom interactive workflows, you know, for anything. I feel like the knowledge base is what makes this work. You know, without the YouTube curriculum, the agents would just be another generic AI. Probably, obviously, I'll have given it some instructions, you know, and to do its best based on the instructions I gave it. But now we have almost like 20 videos idea in the bank. You know, this agent pretty much just pays for itself, you know, even if I publish one video a week. So if you're building with AI and you're not documenting it, you're leaving content on the table. You definitely are, which I did for the longest. I have so much to bring to you guys. For now, my videos are going to be rough. You know, yeah, just leave it at that. This is literally my first video built this way. I don't know if it works yet, but I know the system is in place, and now I just have to record, right? So after optimizing 5 titles options generated, which is still recommended the number 1 earlier. I fed my AI agent YouTube course, and here's what changed. It loves that title. The tags and thumbnail concept, I think we've already looked at that. Oh no, I think this is a different one. Oh yeah, this is a different file. Oh, okay, yeah, this is the metadata in the output section. Let me see. Yeah, okay. Okay, so this is the metadata for the optimized file. Yeah, we can see the title options, the 5 it gave us, and the recommendation for each one. The SEO optimized description, pretty much keywords in the descriptions, pretty much with the timestamps ready. Tool mentioned, obviously, to call itself out bias much. Then some tag lists to tag. People still tag? Yeah, I think they still tag on YouTube. Then some thumbnail concept, which is really good because you can feed this into like Claude or an AI to now generate your thumbnail for you, which I'm going to show you in another video. How my full YouTube production pipeline works. I have a let's call it a lever where I just, you know, click and everything gets put together. But you know, it will pull the thumbnail you decide on. This is talking about splitting your screen so that way you can display the before and after. As you can see here, it says to be impressed. You know, obviously I'm always impressed with, you know, whatever this outputs. Let me see what the other ones are. The knowledge stack, which you're pointing at the stack cascade of 19 documents, and that's okay. The dump to smart agent. So yeah, it recommends the first one, and for reasons that it passes the blur test, complementary to the title, and the transformation visual is immediately readable and mobile size. After publishing, run post-publish with the video URLs and the metrics. So let's assume we've, you know, published already, and we want to now run the post-publish skill. So now that is working, and you know, like if you're building with AI agents, so it says to log and analyze, I need the metrics from YouTube Studio, the video title, the URL, the published date, the views, the like, comments, the average views, the retention, any notable comments or feedback. Which video did you publish? And if it's only been a few hours, we can do it. This is a demo, so create demo data to use. Okay. It's got its demo mode. I think that's the mode I need to add to my. Why is it bringing demo ideas for idea 6? Well, technically that's the reverts for video 6, and the video for the demo is video 20. So I wasn't specific. I guess that is what it was, because right now I've not created that autonomous, well, for what I'm showing you though, I've not created that autonomous connection yet. That comes next. I have a different okay, reverted and updated. I have a different workflow that I will probably show you guys in another video. It's just that you guys need to understand this before you even start building around a full autonomous video production. Don't get me wrong, a lot of people are already doing it. A lot of people are already doing it. Those that can do it are doing it. That's not an issue. In some cases you're gonna pay. The resources for running that is heavy. If you're not someone who makes like a lot of money, well, I think running a full video production end to end with editing, after you've optimized and refined it to your style, it should be around like around $20 for video to produce a full YouTube video from end to end. I can't remember the exact amount, or was it $23 to edit the video, to put the ideation, to script it, to the only thing you're recording yourself. We wish AI could record for us, but well, there are avatars now that could read the script for you and just talk to you with your own image, right? But it's not something I want to do. I prefer to just come here and talk and just be myself. So, but let's get back to this. So now it's fed its AI agent the metrics logged. It just put some random metrics, and now gave you a quick brief or a quick analysis about the values it's created. CTR at 7.8, which is higher than the average of 6%, means it was good. AVD was the average view something. AVD over 6 minutes on a new channel is the strongest thing. Over 6 minutes. And what to improve? 48% viewers dropped off. You want to check where, and around 2 to 7, so okay, that needs to go or that needs to change. But the key takeaway is the knowledge augmented angle resonated, and it's just give you pretty much some analysis on what to do. And yeah, let's skip. We don't need to send this to the content agent. So I think that wraps the full post-publish flow for the demo. Here's what Spark did end to end this session. So there you have it, guys. If you're building with AI agents and want to see some of the messy reality, please subscribe. I'm posting build logs every week. My other agent that I'm referring to. So this is like my control center, my dashboard where I'm still building it out. There's a lot of there's a lot of like unfinished work. As you can see, it's ugly. I don't even like the design, but I love what it does, don't get me wrong. Not like it's ugly per se, but I feel like a lot is going on, and but that does not matter right now. What matters is I just want to make sure like it's fully functioning 100%, just the way I want it. So the agents you just saw right now, this is it pretty much in a workflow. All my ideas, this is the idea bank, all in here. Then this is the idea bank, all in here. This is the scripts for the one that is going on right now, that pretty much shows the same document from earlier. Then I can advance it to the next second stage, saying, oh, okay, this has been recorded, but what's the thumbnail status, right? And they all have their own session ID, so it knows and keeps track. But yeah, let me take this back. So that's pretty much. So then you have your recorded, edited, optimized, scheduled, published, and tracked. So it's the same for, it's almost, so every tab has something different, but this is my YouTube production workflow, and I'm still refining it. I'm still I want it to get to a point where I just, you know, click on one thing and it just moves to the next. Everything gets processed on the back end, and we'll see. Over time I will be sharing my logs, sharing my build logs, sharing like everything I do with you guys, and you know, we pretty much go from there. And you know, anything you guys want me to do, you know, anything you guys want me to talk about, you can let me know in the comments. And let me know what you're going to automate about your own YouTube production, you know, pipeline, if you add one, or if you don't. But yeah, I'm going to put the agents, the skills. I'm going to put the skills and the knowledge base, all of that. It's open. I'm going to put the link in the description for you guys if you want to take a peek at it, if you want to use it for your own production workflow as well, or if you just want to build a system around it, you can use it. And thank you for watching.